If the Ebola virus arrives in Minnesota, will state agencies be ready to handle it?
More than 100 state and emergency workers put their plans to the test at an exercise in St. Paul today. Meanwhile, health leaders say that they will be tracking some travelers more closely. Anyone coming from the West African countries that are experiencing this Ebola outbreak will be monitored for symptoms. Minnesota nurses plan to check in on them every day and ask them to take their temperature for 21 days. 21 days is the disease's incubation period. Meanwhile, a Twin Cities woman who lost her husband to the virus is being denied Social Security survivor benefits. Decontee Sawyer says that is because the country where he died will not release his death certificate. Patrick Sawyer got sick in July after traveling from Liberia to Nigeria. His widow told Esme Murphy that without the benefits, she is struggling to pay basic bills for herself and her 3 young girls.
At this point, it's a matter of feeding my children.
Ebola robbed Decontee Sawyer of her husband Patrick and her 3 daughters, Bella, Mia, and Ava, of a dad. Social Security has told her she can't get Patrick's $1,700 a month survivor benefit without producing a death certificate. And so far, Nigeria won't release it.
It's very frustrating.
She worries she will soon have to give up the extras like Ava's ballet class and special music therapy for 5-year-old Mia, who has autism. Right now, the Fraser Center is giving Mia a scholarship.
They've lost so much. I don't want them to lose these things, too.
Sawyer says when she first went to the Social Security office, an employee Googled Patrick's name. Up popped numerous media stories about his death, but the agency says they need documentation.
But it's just procedure that they need the death certificate.
After Patrick died, Decontee started the Kofa Foundation, which has raised money and cleaning supplies for Liberia. She says it's been a lot easier to ask for assistance for others.
And I got so caught up in helping others that I kind of fought my own fight silently. And I've been fighting this fight since Patrick died.
Decontee Sawyer has reached out to both Senators Al Franken and Amy Klobuchar. Senator Franken's office said just today the U.S. consulate sent a special diplomatic note to the Nigerian Health Ministry asking that the release of Patrick Sawyer's death certificate be made a top priority. She is also hoping, Frank, that the senators can pressure the Liberian government to release what she says are 2 pensions that she is due as his widow.
You wouldn't think it would have to be that hard. It's too bad.
You wouldn't think, and Senator Klobuchar is working on it as well. Absolutely. She is due these benefits. She's an American citizen. And so was he.
Thanks, Esme.